Hey everyone, welcome back to Mind Warp Movies. Today we're diving into a supernatural horror film from 2019 titled The Curse of La Llorona. Without further ado, let's get into the storyline. The movie opens with a haunting flashback to colonial Mexico in 1673. We see two young boys presenting their mother with a delicate pendant. She accepts it with warmth in her eyes, promising to treasure it forever. The family then dances in the sunlight, with their hands clasped together. But then, something shifts. The youngest son opens his eyes and discovers that they're gone. Confused, he stumbles through the eerie, quiet field, calling for his family. As he moves towards the river, he finds his mother by the riverbank, her face hidden in a white veil, and we see that she's drowning his brother. Horrified, the boy screams and runs away, but he doesn't get far as the deranged woman quickly grabs him. The last thing we hear before the scene cuts is his cries swallowed by the sound of rushing water, implying that he too suffered the same fate as his brother. The scene then shifts to 3 centuries later. Now it's 1973 in Los Angeles. Anna, a widowed social worker, is juggling breakfast and backpacks as she struggles to get her 2 children, Chris and Sam, ready for school. Despite this, they still miss the bus, an inconvenience that unknowingly sets a chilling chain of events. At work, Anna overhears her supervisor assigning her co-worker, Donna, to check on Patricia Alvarez and her 2 sons, Tomas and Carlos, who have mysteriously stopped attending school. Already familiar with the family, Anna persuades her boss to let her take the case instead. Anna arrives at the Alvarez residence with Officer Claro and knocks on the door. From the moment Patricia opens the door, something feels off. The house is almost too quiet, and Patricia is tense, desperate to keep them out. But Anna insists on entering the house.
I don't know what's going on, but I might be your best bet at clearing things up, so why don't you let me in, and you can show me that they're safe, like you said.
Inside, Patricia mutters about hearing a woman crying at night. A chill settles over the room. Patricia snaps when Anna nears a locked closet, lunging to stop her.
What do you have inside here?
Vete!
Patricia, please,
Get out!
Please, just tell me what's in here.
Get out! Stay away from that door!
Claro pulls her away. Behind the closet door, they find Thomas and Carlos, hiding, terrified. Their wrists are marked with burns. The boys are removed and taken to a hospital. But it's revealed that whatever darkness they fled from hasn't let go. Back at home, Anna clings to her routine, trying to be both protector and provider for Chris and Sam. Life hasn't been easy for her. The movie later reveals that her husband, a police officer, died in the line of duty. She carries that loss every day, and now watching her children playing cops brought back fresh memories of the incident. But the darkness that haunted the Alvarez family is creeping ever closer. And now, something else is lurking, just out of sight. That night at the hospital, Carlos is woken from sleep by the sound of a woman sobbing. He nudges his brother, but Thomas remains still. Suddenly, a guard briefly checks in, unaware of the encroaching terror. The guard confirms that the boys are asleep and leaves. When the door shuts again, Carlos turns to his brother's bed and discovers Tomas is mysteriously gone. Carlos finds him standing silently in the hallway, pointing at the mirror. Carlos turns, and behind him, droplets of tears hit the ground. He slowly looks up, and that's when he sees her, La Llorona, suddenly standing before him. Seeing the ghostly woman, he lets out a terrified scream. Anna receives a call from Detective Cooper. He tells her that the authorities pulled the dead bodies of Thomas and Carlos out of the river. Both boys mysteriously drowned in the river by an unseen assailant. Anna breaks down at the news. She immediately rushes to the hospital, leaving Chris and Sam waiting in the car. At the crime scene, Patricia is inconsolable, overcome by rage. She blames Anna for her loss, insisting she had tried to protect her sons from the weeping woman. Meanwhile, back at the car, young Chris investigates the scene. A soft cry draws him toward the shadows. As he moves closer to see who is crying, a woman appears, speaking in Spanish. The woman keeps on lamenting for her children and then reaches for Chris.
Mijito, hijo, voy a quedar contigo para siempre.
Her touch burns him, and he bolts back to the car, just in time to see her reflection in the car window. At that moment, the windows wind down on their own as Chris struggles to push them back up. With tension rising, Anna returns, seconds before the horror escalates. The next morning, Anna walks past the Alvarez home. The community is gathered outside, conducting a spiritual cleansing, a ritual against evil. It's here she meets Father Perez, who tells her the legend of La Llorona, the weeping woman. According to the story, La Llorona was once known for her beauty. Then, one day, a rich and handsome young man rode into the village, and she fell in love with him. They got married, had 2 beautiful sons, and were happy until she found him in the arms of a younger woman. Blinded by jealousy and rage, she murdered their children, drowning them in the river. After she realized what she had done, she was consumed by guilt, and she threw herself into the same waters, ending her own life. Now cursed, she walks between worlds, searching for children to replace her dead children. After finishing the story, Father Perez offers her a rosary, but Anna declines, stating she isn't religious.
It has seen me through many dark nights. May it do the same for you.
Thank you, but my husband was the religious one, not me.
You don't have to be religious to have faith.
The scene then shifts to Sam. We see her playing alone by the pool and twirling her transparent umbrella as the wind picks up. When she opens it, she sees something, someone, just beyond the plastic veil. Suddenly, an unseen force whisks the umbrella away from her grip and into the pool. As Sam reaches for it, La Llorona appears and grabs her hand, burning her just like Chris. When Anna gets home, she finds Sam sitting quietly behind the curtains. Anna also sees the burn marks on Sam's arm, to which Sam lies that the mark was caused by her falling at the poolside. Later that night, Anna is going through some photos of the Alvarez boys when she hears a noise downstairs. As she investigates, she sees Chris tugging at the front door. While she's checking on Chris to see if he's all right, the front door suddenly swings open. At that exact moment, Chris collapses on the floor before waking up and asking what's happening. Anna tells him he was sleepwalking and leads him up to his room. As she steps out of the room, this happens. Visibly shaken and out of answers, Anna visits Patricia in prison the next morning. The confrontation is bitter. Patricia lashes out, not just in grief, but in revelation. She speaks of La Llorona's tears and her sting, and then she drops a chilling confession. She didn't pray to God for her sons. She prayed to La Llorona, and begged her to take Anna's children in exchange for hers.
I didn't pray to God for their salvation. Instead, I prayed to her.
I pray to her to give my children back to me and take yours instead.
Detective Cooper and Donna stop by that night to check on the kids. They also see the burn marks on their wrists. When Donna questions them about the marks, the children lie, claiming they fell. After they leave, Anna tucks her kids in, trying to keep them together. But the quiet doesn't last, as something lurks in the darkness, implying that someone was watching. The next day, Anna finally asks Chris what he's been seeing. He opens up and tells his mom about the crying woman in a white dress who appears to him all around the house. During the conversation, Chris tells his mom that the ghostly woman wants to keep him and his sister for herself. Meanwhile, Sam is in the bath upstairs, and we see pale hands scrubbing her hair. Thinking the person behind her is her mom, Sam allows the hand to gradually submerge her head in the water. The hands are then revealed to be La Llorona's. Suddenly, they start pulling her under the water, and she starts screaming. Anna and Chris rush in. They yank Sam out, but not before La Llorona appears behind Anna and touches her, burning her wrists too. Her pale and ghostly face, twisted and crying blood, is burned into Anna's memory. Now convinced that something unnatural is haunting them, Anna turns to Father Perez again. He speaks of a time when he didn't believe in the supernatural until he encountered a particular doll. He then points Anna toward Rafael Olvera, a former priest with a deep knowledge of dark forces. At first, Rafael brushes them off, not wanting to get involved in their ordeal, but something about Sam's plea eventually sways him. He then agrees to help. Rafael examines the burn marks on Anna's hand and confirms that they're indeed the mark of La Llorona. When Anna asks if he's ever seen her, he admits he hasn't seen the spirit herself, only the aftermath, the pain and destruction she leaves behind. He explains that after her vengeful rampage decades ago, La Llorona became something far more sinister, no longer human. With urgency, he gathers his relics and holy tools, then tells Anna it's time to begin the cleansing at her home.
Take me to your home. We must begin immediately.
Rafael arrives and begins his investigation using an old method. What he finds confirms their worst fear. The entity haunting them is real. He also tells Anna it won't matter where they run to, since the spirit is attached to the family and not the house itself. Hence, La Llorona will always come for them until she gets what she wants. That night, Rafael stays with them. Wasting no time, he quickly gets to work, lighting candles, burning incense, and placing crucifixes throughout the home. He prepares the family for the terrifying showdown with La Llorona by chanting prayers and performing ancient rituals. He then lays protective barriers, uses ancient remedies, and prepares for an inevitable confrontation. He also shows Anna a vial filled with La Llorona's cursed tears. When she appears again, she hurls Anna against the wall and reaches for the children. As she pulls Chris toward the door, Rafael strikes, burning her with sorrow. She flees. He then seals the doorway with special seeds, creating a protective line she cannot cross. However, Chris suddenly remembers that he left the back door open and rushes to close it. As Rafael and Anna try to help Chris lock the back door, Sam notices her doll is still outside. Innocently, she tries to grab it, careful not to cross the seed barrier. But when she pulls the doll inside, she breaks the line.
Sam! Get away from that door!
Mommy, I got Missy, and I didn't break the beans.
The door flies open, and La Llorona drags her away. Chris deduces La Llorona will drown Sam, and Anna immediately runs to the pool. At the pool, we see that Sam is already underwater, with La Llorona about to drown her. Anna immediately dives in and is pulled under by the ghostly woman while trying to save Sam. Seeing this, Rafael hurriedly blesses the water just in time and pours salt into it. Feeling the divine effects of the salt, the cursed woman screams and disappears from the water. Anna eventually surfaces, holding Sam and La Llorona's pendant. As they all wait for dawn, someone sneaks into the house and takes the children from the closet they were hiding in. During the commotion, Chris screams, and Anna comes rushing in. At the door stands Patricia, eyes wild, hands trembling as she holds on to Chris. She also has a gun clutched tightly, driven by desperation and darkness. She has made a terrifying choice to offer Anna's children instead of her own. Before Anna can react, a chilling presence announces itself once more. La Llorona has returned. With horror mounting, Chris and Sam scramble to the attic, clinging to whatever hope remains. But locks and doors mean little to a spirit fueled by centuries of rage. The attic's defenses crumble as the weeping woman slowly ascends. Downstairs, Patricia's resolve begins to crumble. The horror of what she's done becomes clear. In a moment of redemption, she breaks Anna out and lets Rafael pass. Now, face to face with La Llorona, Chris produces a familiar pendant from his mother's things. As he holds it up, something shifts. The ghost pauses, and for a fleeting second, the monster fades. In her place stands a glimpse of the woman she once was, soft, broken, mournful. She drifts toward the children, almost human again. But the illusion shatters when Sam inadvertently knocks over a mirror. La Llorona catches sight of her grotesque reflection, and her wails of anguish fill the space, echoing through the house like a death cry. Just then, Anna and Rafael burst in. Rafael brandishes his cross, hoping to keep the spirit at bay. But La Llorona is too strong. With supernatural fury, she sends him hurtling backwards. Anna, refusing to back down, races to her children's side. As the entity looms in for the final strike, Rafael hurls the cross to Anna. Without hesitation, she drives it into the heart of the evil before her. The spirit lets out one final piercing cry before vanishing. As dawn breaks, the house is still. Rafael bids the family a solemn farewell. Chris and Sam, finally safe, laugh as they dash back inside. Anna, however, lingers by the doorway, heart still pounding. Something catches her eye as she steps back into her home. Just beyond the threshold, a small puddle of water glistens on the pavement, and in its center, it resembles a single teardrop. In that quiet, unsettling moment, it becomes clear. La Llorona may have been driven back, but she is not gone. She lingers, watching, waiting, and her curse may yet return. And that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this recap and want more breakdowns, don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.